Okay.
So I start all over. Good morning, everyone. And today my group will be presenting about mural arts in Penang. First of all, me, Chuni, will be introducing about the artist behind all these paintings. Ernest, a 28 years old Lithuanian-born Malaysian resident, and he was previously trained in London. He enlightened the street of Penang with creative arts that reflects the beauty of the ordinary life in Malaysia. He adored the streets and alleyways with splashes of colors without receiving a single penny from his audiences. Initially, his works were actually viewed as an act of vandalism and prohibited by the authorities. As time went by, his artwork actually won the hearts of the locals and the visitors from all around the world. And for now, Penang is actually crowned as the city of murals due to his efforts.
The first mural painting is located at the upper Penang Road, named the Everything Fashion Palace. And it depicts an elder fashion painter sitting in the vehicle waiting for a customer can sit and slowly. For its creation part, this is tribute to a traditional painter who congregate at the traditional station in front of the St. Francis Xavier Church. And this mural connected to most of the traditional painters who start from business since young to make ends and meet and raise their family. Day by day, their children will grow up and enter the society whereby the elders still continue their life as a financial career. It's not just a way to earn money, instead it's also an attachment, a part of their life that witness the age that have been passed. It also is a sign of determination who endure through many challenges but still stood the test of time, which is a rare sign to see in young realization.
And now I will continue to talk about the concept that implies on this painting. First will be connotative meaning. The actual meaning shown through this painting shows how the elderly continue their living with their commitment to the jobs that has already become a part of their life despite their old age. And the second will be non-verbal cues. From this painting, exposure actually.
Just question that first star and moon and all that. Is that in the painting also? You all added lah, okay.
No, how it connects to us is the icon.
Icon.
For the description.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the second concept will be non-verbal cues. For his posture, we can see that he's actually waiting for the customers to come. And third will be closure. The only thing we can see from this painting is only the trishaw panel and his trishaw. No any obvious expression or any other extended pictures that tell us about his mood and feelings, whether his business is good or not at that moment. And all these are up to our imagination to fill in the blanks. The fourth concept will be cross-cultural relationship.
Okay, it's not imagination, interpretation.
Okay. Cross-cultural relationship, it shows the relationship between the lower class and upper class of the society, which the trishaw panel is obviously in the lower one. And the last concept will be Pop's model. The communicator one, which is the artist, and communicator two will be us, who's viewing the painting, and message will be how this painting shows the life of the elderly, how they continue their living with their job. Channel will be visualization and non-verbal cues. And lastly, interference is how his work was viewed as an act of vandalism.
The channel can be mass production, mass communication, because this is for the masses, right? So the channel is mass communication, MASS, huh? Right, good.
Okay.
Good.
The next mural painting is located, that we select is located in Lebu, Armenians. It's called Little Children on a Bicycle. The mural painting show that the little girls, they are cycles with a younger brother very fast on the back. So the idea of painting this mural from the artist was drawn by the actual photographs. And in real life, we hardly ever seen the children riding bicycle outside nowadays. One of the reasons is that their parents are worried about them because it is danger outside now. And another reason is that the children are prefer playing the technologies such as iPhone, iPad, and computers instead of riding a bicycle outside. So what I think is it's very important. It's very important to have a very great childhood time to each kid, and by doing something is very simple and natural. Just like when you look at the picture, the two children are riding the bicycle. This is what I feel in this mural painting.
So I'm going to talk about the concepts. So the first one is connotative meaning. So from the entire mural, you can see that the tone is more to sepia color, which is they reduce the whole mural to a more simpler form so that you can focus on the expressions of the children's face. So that you can see that they are smiling and laughing. And this is an evocative of a bygone era of nostalgia, where the family ties are very close to each other, and their lives are simple, contented, but very joyful, and which is nowadays a rare sight because it has been substituted by technologies of nowadays. And the second concept is non-verbal cues. So in this context, we have two. First is about the facial expressions. So you can see that they are both laughing and smiling, signifying happiness and exuberance. And the second one is the distance. You can see that the little boy is holding around the waist of his sister very closely, so that means that it's quite an intimate relationship between the two, and this also indicates a very close family ties between. And then the third concept is figure and ground. So in this context, you can interpret it in two ways, whether it depends on your personal interpretation. For me, it's the children is the figure and the bicycle is the ground. So the bicycle just acts as a complement to bring out the overall sense of simple childhood. And the fourth concept is intercultural communication. In the whole mural, you can see that both of the children is Chinese locals, but in this context, the message was brought by the painter himself, which is a Lithuanian, and also it's bringing out the message to not only the locals, which are Chinese, but also the influence people from all around the world who visit these places, such as Malay Indians and also Englishmen and Americans and so on. Then the last, I would like to conclude in the tips model as well. So this is a one-way communication. So the first communicator is the artist himself, and the message is a simple happiness of shared childhood. And the channel is mass communication and public communication. And the interference can be, there's two types. First is a semantic one, which is different from the views of interpretation of the viewers. For example, someone may interpret that the little boy opened his mouth widely. Some people may think it's hollering. or shouting, but others when say he's laughing, so it's quite different, so it's just based on your personal. And then the second type is technical interference, because some parts of the mural may be damaged, so the message may not be conveyed very clearly, but it can be recovered through the times. And lastly is the communicator tool, is the patrons, which is the easiest.
Okay, well done. Well done. Very clear and very precise explanation. Okay, but figure and graph is under non-verbal as well.
No, that's another. It's about the perception, how we perceive.
Under perception. Okay, right.
And then the third mural painting will be located at
It's
Level
located
Moon
at.
It's located at Level Moon Tree. And then it is one of Ernest's two larger than life murals. So another one is the Old Man, which is located at Armenian Street. And then it is, as what you can see, Ernest paint this according to a photography. Instead of painted a table, Instead of painting a table according to a photography, he made use of two rusty windows creatively and give the mural a new touch of freshness. And then what inspired him to draw this mural painting? He drew his inspiration from a photograph. Originally, it is a photography with a little girl with her hands on sides of tables, but in the mural, she is perched over the two windows. And then how this mural painting connects to us? This mural shows infinite curiosity and creativity which dwells in child's mind. When we are small, I think every one of you, including me, was taught about to fly in the sky or swim under the ocean. But as we grow up, imaginations tend to be restricted by limits we set by ourselves and disable the creative minds.
I'll talk about the EPC concepts. The first one is the
Your name is Teh Jia Jian. Tang Ling Lo. Oh, okay. Who's Teh Jia Jian? Oh, he's Teh Jia Jian. Okay, Tang Ling Lo, start.
First one would be connotative meanings, which like this painting shows if an adult sees it, will be his thought would be this child is playing, but they have no idea what is running in her mind. But if I let my sister see it, she suggests maybe this girl is clinging on both sides of the tables because she is avoiding the floor, which is full of imaginary dangers or lava. This is the connotative meaning. Okay.
Okay.
The second one is non-verbal cues. As you can see, this girl, she's putting her hand over the tables, windows, and she's raising her leg up from the ground to avoid touching her imaginary danger. So this is to show that her imaginations can influence how she reacts in real life.
Okay.
And also figure and graph. If you can see, in this big picture, when we see it, we will notice this graffiti first, and then we will move on to the windows next. What we can say is this artist, he used these two windows as a platform for this girl's. She's holding her hands over these two windows, which is a table in real life, but actually, but he enhance it into this window to show you can have different perspective to bring out the mural. And cross-cultural relationship. This picture, it shows cultural relationship between the past and the present. You can see in the present, kids are served with iPads, computers, and Facebook. Their imagination are set by this technological device. Whereas kids in the past, they had no